Hello everyone. I wanted to give you some hints on how to attack the problems in Chapter 4, the business problems specifically, 4.27 and 4.30. So I thought what I'd do is just create a quick video. On page 194, program 4.27 is a currency conversion program. It says write a program that asks the user to type today's price for $1 in Japanese yen, then read US dollar values and convert them to yen. And use 0 as your sentinel value. So 0 is going to be the indicator to the program that the user has done. Declare your variables, then ask the user for today's price for $1 in Japanese yen. At this point, when you see the words ask the user, I hope that you're thinking along the lines of system.out.println, and you're going to put a message that says please enter the price for $1 in Japanese yen. Read in the response from the user. Then that's a one-time thing. You're only going to do that one time, so that does not go in the loop. Now the loop, so you want to ask the user how many dollars they want to convert, and I would also put a message that says tell them to enter 0 to exit. Use a loop to keep reading dollar values until the dollar value the user entered is 0. Okay, so your loop can go, you can have it set up maybe while the dollar value is greater than 0, then your loop will keep going, and that way if they enter a 0 or a negative amount, it'll stop the loop. Okay. In the loop, you want to print the converted amount, and you guys know how to convert the amount once you have the yen amount and you have the number of dollars. Alright, so give that a try, see if that helps a little bit. Let's talk about P4.30 on page 194. I'm going to read the problem. It says write an application to pre-sell a limited number of cinema tickets. Each buyer can buy as many as 4 tickets. No more than 100 tickets can be sold. Implement a program called Ticket Seller that prompts the user for the desired number of tickets and then displays the number of remaining tickets. Repeat until all tickets have been sold and then display the total number of buyers. Don't miss that last sentence because you do need to keep track of how many different buyers purchased cinema tickets. Again, I'm going to try and give you an idea of what the algorithm might look like, and I hope you can take that and convert it to NetBeans. So the first thing you want to do is declare your variables. You'll see a pattern here, right? The first thing you want to think about is what variables do I need? And I tried to give you some hints here. Include a variable that represents the total number of tickets left. Okay, so that variable could start at 100, and every time the user buys tickets, you subtract from that value. You want to do it until you get down to 0. So you don't really care how many you started with, so you can just use that same variable and take away the tickets each time. Also add another variable to count the number of buyers. Okay, so in the very beginning you don't have any buyers, so make sure you initialize it. Ask the user how many tickets they want to buy. And here's where your loop will come in. As long as they enter a valid value, use a loop to keep asking the user for the number of tickets they want until there are no more tickets. Inside your loop, check to make sure that the number of tickets they asked for is less than or equal to 4, because they're only allowed to buy 4 at a time. If it is, add 1 to your number of buyers and subtract from the number of tickets remaining. After all the tickets are sold, so in your loop you want to keep going, after all the tickets are sold, when the number of tickets remaining is less than or equal to 0, print out the number of buyers. Alright, I hope this helps a little bit in getting started on these two programs, and as always, ask one of the LAs or myself if you need some additional help. But use this as a kickoff point. Okay, I'll see you in class.